Hey everybody!
Hey.
Hi!
Hi.
Okay, so we today are going to do a squirrel story by Jana Bommersbach. Today we are recovering from a long, super fun day at the lake yesterday. So we're all in our pajamas and we're all kind of blah. But um, we've been dying to read this book. So it was sent to us by my little 5-star, who we love. Who has the greatest books and always sends us the greatest books.
Yeah.
So this book is really long. It's a book that we
Messed up.
will probably be able to, read like a few pages a night. You'd be able to as well do a few pages a night, maybe before bedtime, because I think it's a little bit too long
Mom,
for their attention span. So that's the way we're going to do it. We're going to do a couple pages now, and then we'll do a couple pages before they go to bed tonight, and then probably a couple each night. So we're going to start this out. Can we sit down?
I want to go on that.
Okay, sit right here. Sit right here. Right there. There you go. Okay, so we're going to get started with this. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The first thing you need to know is that squirrels don't live in birdhouses. I should know. My name is Shirley, and I'm a squirrel. So how did I end up raising my babies in a birdhouse in the backyard of a nice man and woman in North Dakota? That's the story I'm going to tell you. It all started with a big, fat, black cat. Look at that cat. That is a big, black, fat cat. Looks kind of mean too, huh?
Ow.
Doesn't it? Okay.
Ow.
I don't know where she came from, but one day there she was, the biggest, fattest, meanest looking cat I have ever seen. From the minute we laid eyes on each other, I knew she was licking her whiskers. She is, isn't she? Licking her. Ouch. You're hurting me. All right, let's get situated, guys. We're on a beanbag, a very large beanbag, so we're all kind of.
Lumpy.
Yeah, all right. Catch me if you can, I teased. I scampered up a tree as fast as I could, climbing much higher than this overweight cat could ever climb. I knew it made her mad that she was stuck on the ground while I was laughing at her from above. I could have jumped from branch to branch to get even farther away, but to be honest, it was fun to sit there and watch that helpless cat meow her head off at me. I don't speak cat, but if I did, I'd bet that fat feline was saying, Mrs. Squirrel, you're going to be my supper one of these days. Look at it. They're sitting down there. Squirrels love to taunt animals on the ground, don't they? Have you ever heard them chirping at them?
Yeah.
That thought,
And people.
normally not people. Normally it's dogs that are stuck in the backyard or cats. That thought worried me. So from that day on, I watched very carefully for that black cat. I started thinking, what if she finds my nest when I have my babies? They will be so little at first. They'll be blind and helpless. They wouldn't be able to get away from her. I knew I had to find the safest nest ever to protect my children. What should I do? I was wondering just that when the nice man came out of his house carrying a beautiful, very safe-looking birdhouse. By then, I'd watched this man a lot. He was very big. At first, his size scared me, but the more I watched him, the more I saw that he was kind. Every spring, I watched him plant a big garden, and I learned that he relied on the nice woman as his gopher.
Dad, Mom.
What?
He's gonna get his pants dirty.
He's gonna get his pants dirty. He's gardening. Okay, he'd ask her for something, and she'd go for it right away. He'd ask for something else, and she'd go for that too. The woman always helped the man all she could. All winter, I watched the man keep his bird feeder full of seeds. He knew the birds had trouble finding food in all that snow, and I thought it was a very nice thing for him to do. There were many days I was thankful for his generosity. I always buried seeds and nuts for my winter food, but to be honest, it was much easier some days to just climb into the feeder for a free meal. I didn't think the nice man would mind. Little does the squirrel know that so many people try to keep squirrels out of their bird feeders,
Yeah.
right? I liked watching him clean up the 4 birdhouses he'd hung in the yard. He always seemed really happy when the birds came to live in them and raise their babies. Nice girls. He and the nice woman would sit in their lawn chairs for hours to watch the birds. That was another good sign of how nice they were. I don't speak people,
I don't
but it didn't take me long to learn that when the woman wanted the man, she called out Rudy. We have a neighbor named Rudy, don't we?
Yeah.
When he wanted her, he called for Willie. Any smart squirrel would
Who's
realize those had to be their names, Rudy and Willie. On the first day I started worrying about that horrible cat, I watched with great interest as Rudy brought out a splendid new birdhouse. Willie carried out a hammer and nails. As they nailed the house to a sturdy tree at the back of the yard, I kept hearing the people words wood and duck. At the time, At the time, I had no idea what a wood duck was. I'm guessing now that it was the strange, brightly colored bird that showed up several weeks later and was startled to see a mother squirrel with 2 new babies living in her house.
I want to see the next page.
Well, we'll get there. I don't speak wood duck, but if I did, I bet that bird was scolding, "What do you think you're doing in a house meant for me? Don't you know that squirrels don't live in birdhouses?" Instead of arguing with her in squirrel, which I didn't think she'd understand, I just swatted at her with my paw until she flew away. We never had any more trouble with her after that. The birdhouse was our home, and we settled right in. So far, it's pretty good, huh? So I think what we're going to do is find out what happens with the mother squirrel and her new babies in the birdhouse right before we go to bed tonight. Would you guys like it so far?
Yeah.
We love squirrels, huh? Yeah, and birds.
Yeah, and once I found an acorn, I tried to give it to the squirrel, and it just kept running away.
It kept running away from you?
Yeah, I love
We like to feed the squirrels at our house. So normally what I do is I'll take a bag of like sliced almonds and I'll throw them out in the front yard, and then we watch them come and take them, but it's from a distance so that we don't scare them away, right? All right. Well, thank you so much for reading with me. We like this book so far, huh? We're going to read some more tonight before we go to bed? Yeah.
Yeah, we will find out what,
We'll find out what happens.
to the babies.
And the big, black, fat, mean cat. Thank you so much, Little 5 Star, for sending this. We're going to enjoy this probably for the whole week.
Mom, we want to see it.
And again, what I do love about Little 5 Star books is that in the back they have a matching game and listening and creating where we can draw the cat, draw a picture of our family, make a birdhouse decoration. That'll be fun, right?
Can we make a birdhouse decoration?
And we have all those popsicle sticks. We could probably make our own birdhouse, and maybe the squirrel outside will live in it.
And I have a bird feeder. Get some of the we could. Oh. And I have a bird feeder. And we can make birds.
So we're really excited about this book and all the, the
Yeah,
possibilities in the
And
back
I
of the
have
book.
a bird feeder so that I can feed
Yeah, in school and preschool last year, they made they have like food on a string that you can hang in a bird feeder. So we'll add that to our birdhouse.
Yeah, and I know the perfect place for it. We have a fence, so when we go in the backyard, that's where we should hang my bird feeder.
Sounds like a good plan.
Well, not on the fence.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Thank you very much, Little 5 Star, and to Jana Bommersbach. We will be enjoying this all week. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.